I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
Hello people and hello universe, it's me again guys. Shout out sa inyo mga kababayan. Hello sa mga Marcos loyalists and supporters. At of course guys, sa lahat nating mga kababayan sa buong daigdig, especially also sa mga public teachers. Nako, this is good news for everybody. Ibig ko sabihin guys, para sa mga public school teachers. Nako mga madam, ito na. Oh, ayan. Batas na po ito guys ha. Ang mga author nito, siyempre pasalamat tayo sa kanila at siyempre sa mahal na Pangulo dahil napakahalaga ang kanyang perma. Pag wala ang perma, hindi maipatupad itong batas na ito. Kaya malaga ang perma ng isang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. At guys, mayroon na ako napansin ha. But anyway, before that, basahin ko kung ano ito. Sabi dito guys, oh. Ay wow! Congratulations mga madam! June 3, 2024, Pbbm sign law for teachers yearly allowance. Ay wow, grabe! Nako, malaking katulungan sa kanila ito mga babayan. Ha? Ang sinabi po dito mga kababayan, basahin po natin ang sabi po ng PCO. Ayan o. Sabi po dito mga besa, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. called on legislators from the both houses of Congress to continue working together with the executive branch to improve people's lives and the craft laws based on foresight as he led Monday the ceremonial signing at the Palace of the Kabalikat sa Pagtuturo Act. Ay, grabe guys! Batas na ito, bes, ha? The law authorized an increase in the annual teaching allowance for public school teachers. Malinaw guys ha, public school teachers lang ha, walang sinabing private, okay? Hindi kasamang private dito mga beswa ha. According to the provision of the new law, the teaching allowance will increase from 5,000 to 10,000. Ay wow, grabe. Beginning in a school year 2025. Oh wow guys, to 2026 nako, na lorky at yes. Congratulations mga madam. The newly approved law represent the most significant increase to date. Public school teachers have historically received allowances for their actually teaching expenses, which began from 100 in 1988. Ay, grabe! Ang mura nun, guys. Kasi mura ang mga bilihin that time. Sabi ko sa inyo nasa climate change tayo. Nasa makabagong panahon. To 5,000 by 2021. Oy, grabe ang lawak ng agwat niya, ha? At ngayon, 2024, ilang a year lang guys ha, nag-increase na naman ng another 5,000, kaya naging 1,000 ngayon. Ay, ang mura pala noon, 100 lang. Kaya pala guys, yung 70s, 60s to 90s, 80s, mura lang ang bilihin. Ha? Sabi ko sa inyo, hindi natin pwedeng pareho yung nakaraan kaysa ngayon. Iba na ngayon, iba noon. Di ba? So, tuloy. Ayan, mahaba ito pero ito lang po ang basahin natin sapagkat yung speech ng Pangulo ay panoorin nyo mga kababayan. Di ba? Malinaw na malinaw ngayong araw yan mga kababayan. Congratulations sa ating mga public school teachers. Ay talaga man deserve nila yan. Shout out sa inyo mga madam. And guys, alam nyo ba, mayroon ako napapansin. Yung pinirmahan, yung batas na yan sa yearly allowance ng mga guro, hala kayo mga bes, wala yung sekretary ng DepEd. As in, wala talaga. Anyari. Ang nandoon lang yung staff niya, yung si abogado, yung isang abogado niya. yung malaking mata. So anyway, mga bes, hindi natin alam kung bakit wala siya. Anyari mga bes. So, well, anyway, hindi na importante yan. Ito ang importante at naibatas na ang yearly allowance ng mga public school teachers. So, panurin nyo itong speech na ating mahal na Pangulo mga kababayan. See you again on my next upload video. Bye and babush. God bless Philippines. Eto na.
May we request the President to please proceed on stage and approach the presidential table. The President may now proceed to sign the enrolled copy of the bill. The harmonized version of Senate Bill number 1964 and House Bill number 9682 shall now be known as Republic Act Number 11997, entitled An Act Institutionalizing the Grant of a Teaching Allowance for Public School Teachers and Appropriating Funds Therefore. The law grants public school teachers with additional allowance, not subject to tax, for the purchase of tangible or intangible teaching supplies and materials, the payment of incidental expenses, and the implementation of conduct or of various learning delivery modalities. Thank you, Mr. President. At this juncture, may we request Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Thank you very much to the Executive Secretary for his introduction. Please take your seat. Senate President Chis Escudero and the members of the Senate who are with us this afternoon, House Speaker Martin Romualdez, and many members of the House of Representatives who are here with us this afternoon, members of the Cabinet, the officials and staff from the Department of Education, the partners from the private sector who will play an important part in the implementation of this new law, and my fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We mark today a significant milestone for Philippine education as we have signed the Kabalikat sa Pagtuturo Act. Since the start of my term, I have placed great emphasis on the need to bolster our educational system and the urgency with which this should be done. As an oft-mentioned adage of our elders, to which as a father I too also subscribe, education is the only inheritance that we can leave our children that can never be taken away from them. Our Vice President and Secretary of Education and the women and men of the Department of Education have laid down the building blocks of a modern and responsive educational system. Through the Matatag Agenda, we are addressing the challenges to basic education. We are decongesting the basic education curriculum with a focus on foundational skills such as numeracy and literacy. We are building more classrooms and providing learning materials and internet connections, especially in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. We pursue the school-based feeding program, fostering safe spaces for learning, and implementing other programs aimed at supporting learners' welfare. Today, thanks to the hard work of our legislators, we get to receive the much-needed assistance for the Matatag Agenda and the fourth component of that. That is, to give support to teachers so they can concentrate on teaching. I think we are all familiar with the situation where when a teacher finds themselves in financial straits, then sometimes they are distracted and spend their time trying to increase the support that they can provide their families, and to the detriment of the actual teaching. But teachers teach because it is a vocation. It is not a job. It is a vocation. Teachers teach because they feel they have to teach and they want to teach. And that's why we must give them the support so that they are allowed to do precisely that. The Kabalikat sa Pagtuturo Act comes as a welcome support to the advancement of the Matatag Agenda. Teachers are the unsung heroes of our society, of any society for that matter. They toil and burn the midnight oil. They teach our children not for money nor for prestige. They serve our country each day by teaching our children the basic foundations to make them responsible and productive citizens. It is our responsibility as a government and as a society to take care of them. Indeed, this new law institutionalizes the provision of an annual teaching allowance and gradually increases it from the current 5,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos, which will not be subjected to income tax. And while it might seem inconsequential to those who are already used to having a steady supply of basic materials for work, this amount makes an enormous difference for our beloved teachers and for the students. For decades, they have willingly taken on the burden of having to spend their own money on classroom supplies to aid them in teaching. They embrace this wholeheartedly as their responsibility, as part of their duty as teachers, as part of their vocation. It must take an incredible amount of love to sacrifice what little you have for the sake of your students, despite having financial worries of your own. With the passage of this law, we are easing some of the burden that you carry each day. So at this point, I'd like to convey my gratitude to our colleagues in the House of Representatives and of the Senate for pursuing this long overdue increase. We have listened, we have persevered, and now we have taken action. However, there is much still that needs to be done to strengthen our educational system, promote social welfare, and to secure our nation and move our development forward. In all of these aspects, we need to work hand in hand. And I believe Congress has done significantly well in passing key pieces of legislation that support our national development agenda. I am happy to report that we launched the Sukat ng Kalikasan or SNK framework and toolkit of the DNR last May 22 during the International Day for Biological Diversity. It is the start of the implementation of a Philippine Ecosystem and Natural Capital Accounting System Law, or simply PENCAS Law, which I signed on the same day. This is essential to achieve a balance between economic planning and environmental protection. The SNK framework is a tool for the effective management of our natural resources that is grounded on science and sufficient forward planning. It will serve as a guide amidst climate change, biodiversity loss, and energy transition and other natural phenomena that are beyond our control. So I thank Congress for its passage of the Eddie Garcia Law as well, which was signed last May 24. This puts in place measures to protect workers of the movie and television industry, an industry that employs hundreds of thousands of people and generates billions of income annually. It mandates movie and television employers to ensure safe and humane working conditions, provide benefits and services for their workers' security and well-being, and to adhere to a strict set of standards that are in accordance with the Labor Code. So with these, I implore our fellow workers in both houses of Congress, let's continue working together to make a difference in our people's lives. Let us continue to write and pass these laws based on foresight, not on reaction. Continue building the foundations of a bagong Pilipinas, a nation where people's needs are attended to so that they can focus on doing what is best for themselves and for their families and for their communities and thereby for their country. To our teachers, our students, and the Filipino people, rest assured that this is just the beginning of all that we wish to accomplish for you and for our country. We are constantly looking for and finding solutions to the decades-old problems of our society now, and not just mindlessly flinging the burdens of the present administration to the next administration or to the next generation. To my fellow workers in the executive branch, this I ask. Let us act now, and let us act quickly so we can build a society that we can proudly bequeath to our children and to our people. Let us take this chance and continue delivering the best for a brighter tomorrow for all. Mabuhay ang ating mga magigiting na guro. Mabuhay ang ating mga manggagawa sa industriya ng pelikula at telebisyon. Mabuhay ang ating kalikasan. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon sa inyo.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this